A very warm welcome to everyone. Welcome to the first video of this series of entrepreneurship. In this video, you will be learning about the most crucial stage for every entrepreneurs, that is the idea formation. How to get idea for your business, how to get idea for your startups. So, without wasting much time, let's start with the very first slide. That what is a startup? The very first definition. A startup is a venture that is initiated by its founders around an idea or a problem with a potential of significant business opportunity and impact. Basically, a startup is a venture. It is a venture that is initiated, that is made by its founders, created by its founder around any idea or any problem. You have to understand that whatever maybe your startup must solve some problem. So a startup is something, a problem solver of the society. For example, there was no facility for in the metro areas to avail cabs. So this system was being brought by Ola cabs, Uber. They have seen that there was a gap in the market, the problem of taxis, and they have brought the solution. So this is how a startup starts. Okay, so startup basically a venture that is initiated by its founders, created by its founders around an idea or a problem which is with the potential of significant business opportunity and impact. That problem must have a significant business opportunity and impact as well. So this is the true meaning of a startup. Okay, let's move forward. But the question is how to find startup ideas. Let's start with a story. It is I was just thinking about why I downloaded the music app Savan. Remember this feeling whenever you walked out of a movie during which you have heard a good song, you wanted to hear it immediately. Many times it happened that we had watched a good movie and some songs, some sort of songs are there, and we want to hear it right now. So there wasn't any tool or some platform application where I could immediately find that song. Savan had created a mechanism to effectively find or search a song based on actor's name, movie's name, and the song name. So this was a market gap. This was a gap which most of the people faced in their life. So Savan has created something to fill up that gap. So this is that every startup entrepreneurs have to find the problem and have to make something that will remove the gap from the society or will remove the gap of the particular problem. So the next thing is the founder of Savan was a music lover and grew up listening to Indian music. He saw that in Western countries a lot of content, especially music, was going digital. But then he noticed that in a country of billion people like India, where people are music fantastic, music was not digital. And he decided to act upon this pain point and took South Asian content digital on their online platform to fill this gap in the market. The pain points we face in our daily lives, whether at work, at home, or in certain situations and under specific conditions, are often the best source of need gap identification for new venture ideas. The need gap is most of the times driven by this very simple pain points. So, as a startups, you have to understand the need gap, the gap which is there in the society, the gap which is there in something, and you have to fill that gap accordingly. And that gap which is there, that gap must have some need, means people want that this problem should be solved, and you as entrepreneur, you as startup founders, you have to solve that particular problem so that that gap will not be there, and that gap must have some significant business opportunity. This is what the definition we had seen in the past videos as well. So this is all about this. The next slide, that so how should you one go for identifying the next startup idea. Many people start and go for process by spending their energy thinking about new and possible startup ideas. Many new entrepreneurs search in Google best startup ideas, best entrepreneur ideas, but it is wrong. The idea, you have to search for the best problems. What are the best problems? What are the most crucial problems that people are facing? And you have to identify the problem that is there, and you have to make your products or services like that, so that there will be no issue, and the problem could be easily solved, and you are also gaining money, and this has some sort of opportunity for business. That gap must have some business opportunity. So how you will find the problem? You will ask yourself, who needs this right now? Suppose if you found something, and you have to ask yourself, who needs this right now? How badly do people need it, and will they buy it from someone they have never heard of? Suppose if I say about the COVID vaccination, now as of now when I'm recording this video, vaccinations are available, but if I switch back to 6 months or 8 months before, The vaccination was not there. So in that case, who needs this right now? Who needs a vaccine right now? Everyone. How badly do they need it? They need it. They badly need it. They want it at any cost. Third thing, that will they buy it from someone they have never heard of? Yes, definitely. If it is approved by the medical councils and different medical statutory boards, they can easily buy it, because we don't know the name of the manufacturer. The name of the manufacturer we know right now. Different institutes are there who are making the vaccination. We have never heard this name before this vaccination thing started. So they will buy it from you. They have never heard of, if you are able to solve their problem. So you have to ask these three questions to yourself, and if you can find an answer to it, your startup will definitely grow. Then next thing is, let's look at a startup to understand the importance of aligning your startup idea with a need gap. Okay, so this is basically from Ola, Bhavesh Agarwal's talks. I am setting it. So Bhavesh Agarwal, they have actually started off with business called OlaTrip.com and pivoted that after 6 months into OlaCabs.com. Ola Trip was all about selling weekend holidays online, and it was from a personal pain point of not able to, book holidays at around major cities. That never went anywhere, but while going there, they have realized that for a pain point of cab aggregation for hourly rental or outstation travel, and that's how we change their, that's how they basically change their selling trips into to selling. And this is all. So basically what happened, first of all, these people, this Ola one, they have started OlaTrip.com. They used to send weekend holiday trips, but as on they have found that there was a gap for Ola cabs as well, not for Ola cabs, just for cabs. So they have started Ola cabs firstly in major cities, and then it's now, that it's that the Ola cabs is even spreading to many parts of this country and many interior sections as well. So this is how OlaTrip.com changed into OlaCabs.com. How? Because these people have just finded out what is the problem there, and they have made something to solve that problem, which had a business opportunity, and we know Ola is a business startup. Okay. Then we had something, and it obvious to say that you should work on problem that really exist, and yet by far the most common mistake startups make to solve problem that no one has. Okay, basically it's also a problematic thing that many startups solve some problem which no one has. If you are facing that issue, it's only your problem, not others one. So basically there is an example over here. You can read it very easily, that how Layoff Space has launched a startup, but they have failed because Layoff Space had directly said that those who are going to make account over here, they are unemployed. But that was make difference between Layoff Space and LinkedIn. Main difference. The LinkedIn never says that you are unemployed or looking for jobs, but Layoff Space was claiming that. So people didn't go for Layoff Space. Okay, so you have to understand that what the problem is there and how you can solve it. That is very, very important. Then the next slide, validation of startup idea. The main slide presentation is the validation of startup idea. For assessing your idea, you should try and answer these questions. What pain point you are trying to solve? What problem you are trying to solve? First question. Second question, who are you solving it for? For whom you are basically solving it? How are you trying to solve it? How you are trying to solve it? Is anyone else doing it? Your competitors, most probably it will be there. In today's generation, in today's date, there is no industry which is there is no competitors. Every industry has some sort of other competitors, definitely. Can you do it differently from them? Yes, you can do differently from them. You have to make something that will differentiate your products or your service from them. And can I charge my customer, and how much? So how you will charge them, and how much amount of money you're going to charge from them. So these 6 questions you have to ask yourself, then for accessing your idea, that your idea is good or not. So I hope that you have understood the first video of this series. We are going to meet in the next video, where we will be talking about some new concepts as well. So stay tuned, and thank you.